Who got time? Who got time? Who got time? Who got time? Come on, what you talking about? Are you keeping it really real or you running your mouth? Who got time? Real talk, we ain't playing. This is grown folk business. What the hell you saying? Who got time? We with the lives chat, no bullshit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Who got time? Who got time? Who got time? Who got time?
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to another episode of Shenanigans and Foolishness. Not all things Bravo this week. Little Bravo, some Netflix, and then there's that Tyra documentary. Let's go. Say hello to my producer, Wilhelmina. Say hi to the people. Wilhelmina said hi, y'all. I can't get good help these days, and I do mean that in every sense of the word. Southern Charm is up first. Did y'all watch? What did you think about this episode? I'm going to kick off with your friend and mine, Shep. Friend to none. When that man's revealed as they are in the van in Mexico that nobody had better appendages than the women at Mar-a-Lago, that said all we needed it to say, right? Like, you bragging in the current environment about being at Mar-a-Lago? That's what we doing? Shepherd, you gotta go. I say that every week. I mean it. You gotta go. I'm drawing a line through your name. I'm hoping that it works. I'm hoping the universe is picking up on what I'm saying. Andy Cohen and the rest of the EPs. Yuck. Mr. Whitney, not to be confused with Whitner. Looking like a vampire at the pool in Mexico in black jeans, black and white striped top. I would say he reminds me of somebody's dirty old uncle, but no. There's got to be worse for Mr. Whitney. I don't understand, but I do understand. He too is an EP to this show. Y'all might want to cancel out his contract, wrap it up, pay the man out, send him on his way. Just yuck. Not Craig out here treating other women like they shit on a shingle or on the bottom of his shoe. Not you, Craigert. Oh, all because they're not interested in fornicating with him. Because that's the only reason. Yuck. If you don't look at him like the sun rises and sets on him, he's not interested. And moving on to our fave. No, literally, she's one of my faves. Vanita, I could lend you my glasses, Vanita. I could lend you my glasses so you could see. Because you clearly choose not to see. And I'm going to go with the assumption that maybe it's because you just don't want to put in contacts or wear glasses that have been prescribed. You out here going like this, squinting for the people. Because no way did you roll up on Sally and tell that girl, can we just squash this? Can we just, because I miss my best friend. Who's your best friend? Where is that person? Who's this ghostly human you keep referring to? Because that girl ain't your best friend. I don't understand the begging. I got nothing else. I don't understand the begging. I need you to stop begging. I need you to see that this girl who just betrayed you in front of one and all is not here for you. Stop begging to be appreciated and chosen. You are dope. Did you see her little body coming out the pool? Coming over to the pool, rather, because she's not getting in the water. It's not another drowning incident. Yo, you are it. You are so fly. But I don't think that you see that. So no amount of us telling you that is going to help. Get into that therapy. I'm sure that, Bravo can pay you enough, support you enough for you to get there. Not Sally making my skin crawl. The way that she reenacts Vanita's behavior with Charlie, because it was hypocrisy in its prime. Peak hypocrisy. No, because you're my best friend and I don't want you to get hurt, but you're not telling me things and I feel like she's hiding something. What? Ooh, it's very much giving single white female. Very much. In a spooky, get me out of here sort of way. Charlie, not you trying and attempting to find boundaries. Quiet clap for you, Charlie. Charlie, I'm gonna need you to get off this show. You're not. You're literally what I would frame as a nice girl. You're a nice girl, Charlie. Get off this show. You're not cutthroat enough. You're not brazen enough. You're not sneaky enough. You offer no challenge. You literally are a doormat. Get off the show. Get off the show quickly. Come back later when you're hardened. When life has done you dirty. Or not. Just don't come back. Be the nice girl that you are. This show not for you. Molly, last but not least, my Molly. Because Whitner was there, but we saw him, but we didn't hear from him. So, hey Whitner, hey, maybe next week. Next week. Molly, you're so smart. You're talented. Your body is great. Girl, that height, you sitting. If you don't stop being your own worst critic, if you don't stop molly whopping your spirit and soul, if you don't get up off the, oh, I could never, it wouldn't be me, but cheering on everyone else. I saw your parents at your performance when you came to the open mic, when you performed at the open mic. They did you right. Being raised in the environment in which you were raised, they did you a solid. You have a soul, and it is so clear for all to see. Stop grinding it under your heel. Be kinder to yourself. Understand that the same way people buy into manifestation and speaking into the universe what you want to be, that's science. Like, it's a real thing. The more you tell yourself about yourself, the more you degrade and throw away and undercut your own self, the more that becomes your reality. There are people walking around out here, Whitney, Shepard, Austin, Craig, who have sold themselves on the fact that it's going to be them at all times. They're winning. Even Austin, who has insecurities, makes believe with the best of them. I'm going to need you to start making believe. Let that be your first step. Make believe more. You don't have to be cruel. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to, beat anyone else down to raise yourself up. But I need you to say kinder things about yourself. I need you to be kinder to yourself. I need you to believe that you are dope as you are. Even in the after show, if you watch clips of her talking, she's like, no, I just let people see all my weirdness. And then if they want to stick around, reframe that. I just let people see all my weirdness because I'm magical and they should want to stick around. And if they don't, well then, pew, pew, later for them. Because there's a lot of us weirdos out here that believe and that know we're kind of magical. Join us. Join us on this side of things. That's it. That's all for Southern Charm, y'all. I can't with Molly. Molly, I'm going to need you to step up your game. You're too dope. You're too dope for that, Molly. Okay? All right, thanks. On to the Tyra Banks. Decimation. Blowing up of. The bomb. Because, baby, I know people thought initially that she was a producer. Oh, she was not. She did not produce this. And I can't wait for the next one. There's another one coming out. Producer Wilhelmina, do you remember what other streaming service is? There's another.
I think there's supposed to be an expose on Hulu.
Yeah. Ready for that. I watched 5-6 seasons of America's Next Top Model. Tyra is a model that I grew up with. And I thought, what a thing for her to be able to create this and open the doors for, like many of us. We were like, go off, girl. I slowly discovered that Tyra was nonsense. She was a demoness. And you know where I learned it quick, fast, in a hurry? On her show, on her talk show, the Tyra Banks show. I only had to catch a couple episodes of that. And I was like, this girl, she not for me. I had no idea the levels that she was going. And this particular documentary, if that woman said one more time, no, because I didn't know anything about that, but that was production. That was so-and-so's job. I could only work with the notes that I had. I didn't have any idea until I had an idea. That man's, while simultaneously taking responsibility for some things, made sure to point out this was your brainchild. You and Jay Emmanuel talk about how you were in each other's beds, late nights, at each other's places, building, creating, scripting. This was you, babe. This was you. And you allowed these girls to be broken down to such a level that I'm sure some of them are still not recovering. That girl who got sexually assaulted on camera, and all you could say is, I had no idea, I wasn't there, and whatever notes production gave me later, that's why I tried to have a conversation with her. No, you used it for fodder to grow your viewage. And then you brought her on the Tyra Banks show later, because I wasn't watching, unbeknownst to me, but as I watch it now with the rest of America, the girl tells you she never watched that episode of America's Next Top Model, so she doesn't know what happened, she didn't watch it, and you play it for her. I see you didn't look at that. How are you feeling? Girl, girl. I will say this. The only part where I could understand your behavior, the one moment when I was like, oh, I got clarity on why she did that, was when Jay Emmanuel sent you the email telling you he wanted to leave. He frames it as, oh, I thanked her for all that she did for me and how were able to work and build and grow this product that is the show. I was so grateful for all the opportunities, yada, 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 yada. And then I let her know, but I need to leave. It's eating away at my soul. Babes, y'all was sleeping in each other's houses. You built this together. You were talking 24/7. And as you say, Jay, you were in what can be coined as a relationship with her, a very personal one. And you sent homie an email? You sending me an email? You sending me a 90,000 word document? You not picking up the phone and saying, yo, can we meet for dinner? Can you come over? I really want to just have a conversation with you. Let's have coffee. Nothing? You couldn't look at her eyeballs? I would have gave you 3 words too. She handled you the way you should have been handled. Because you was on some pansy ass shit. That was some real bullshit. Not for the way y'all were moving for a decade or more. Please. The way that Tyra handled Miss J after her stroke. Because the way you cut the 3 loose, Jay, I forget our photographer's name, and Miss J, I'm clear. For you, it was all about the money. But the woman that you claim to be versus how you treat the people you claim to love and admire and were sad. I cried all night when I had to down on that, and I cried and I cried and I. That man had a stroke and was in the hospital for a year and a half almost. Between the stroke, between being in a coma for 6 months or more, and then coming out of the coma and having to learn how to speak, eat, do all the things again. Jay managed to go see him. The photographer managed to go see him. They keep up with him, whether he wanted to be seen or not. They got on flights. They held my man. They hugged him. They loved on him. You tell us during the documentary, yeah, I need to give him a call. I need to go see him. What? Stay where you at. Stay in Australia. He don't really want to see you. Trust and believe he don't want to see you. It's not needed now. You sent him a bouquet of flowers. The universe is going to give you everything you deserve and more. Just so you know. And then you capped it all off with stay tuned for cycle 25. Yes, I live in Australia now, and stay tuned for what we got coming. Girl, I only want to see what you got coming if it's the devil and the minions carrying you off. That's what I want to see. Outside of that, and you're raising a child. You have a son. Okay, I'm finished with you. You're no good, as my grandmother would say, to pick up nor to throw down. You just, ew, yuck. Moving right along, the pods are open. Love is Blind, Season 10. Oh, hi. Oh. You know I'm not from there. I'm not saying it the way they say it. Oh, hi. Or oh, hi, oh, whatever. It's a whole thing they do. Every time you say Ohio, they break it down and, okay, that's cute. Moving right along. These people, last season was a cluster. And after last season, I definitely said, I'm never watching this show again. This is crap. And here I go again. Here I go again. Yacht Rock. If y'all not into it, that's not my problem. Join me. But anywho, the men's on this season, why is I need y'all to start giving psychological exams. Do you even do that? Not that I think it would really matter because they do that on what's that other show that I watch where the people them get married?
Married at First Sight.
Yeah. They do that on that show and you see what happens there. We lucky if we get one good one out of every season. These men's, the couples that made it to engagement, that little Keebler elf Chris, he got a whole doctor. Wilhelmina, he got a doctor. He was able to pull a doctor. Infectious diseases. She out here fighting for folks' lives. She was on the front lines during COVID, Wilhelmina. And you tell her you just used to girls who, are doing Pilates daily and their bodies and sir, the only man who could be shorter than me and talk to me sideways like that is the late great Prince. Rest in peace. You not giving Prince energy. What are you talking about? Wait, you serious? No, he was serious. He was serious about it, Wilhelmina. And I was just looking around like, this woman owned a whole 4-bedroom house, smashing. She got way too many snake situations, snake rug, snake motifs. Girl. Who are you eating in the garden? But still, she's a baddie. Her closet, the way she dresses so cute. She's like what's those little Polly Pocket dolls, but with a big brain and great teeth. And you out here talking to her sideways, and also trying to get at Breezy, who is a dirty hoe. I said what I said. You got with this man. The man got all kind of insecurities, and I'm gonna need them to stop letting these men get on here who are willing to talk about their insecurities. Kevin with an A. Black man out here trying to play both beautiful black women, and they both stood back, assessed, widened their lens, and was like, it won't be us today. And separately, they did not come together and do this as a duo. Separately, they both chose themselves. But I digress. Back to this fool Breezy, who does not stop chatting. Then sees her person and decides, you can see us together, Chris? You don't understand how people are not trying to chat you up now that you see each other in person? Because they pick their people. That's how this works. You're supposed to be chatting up your person. You thirsty hoe. Ew. You just give me the heebie-jeebies. His house, you trash his house from the rooter to the tutor. Yeah, he's a single dude. And as he likes to say, he's another one with all these insecurities. I just sell dumpsters. Okay, you got a job though. I'm not understanding these people. Emma, you're a cutie patootie. But these men let you know right out the gate they wanted you for your uterus. Nothing more, nothing less. Each one of the men that you were courting told you in no uncertain terms they wanted to be fathers. And you maintained, rightfully so, you weren't sure about that. Based on your health track, your health record, based on what you don't know being adopted and what you don't know about your DNA and such, you don't know that you want to put things onto a child that, may be detrimental to them later on down the road. You don't know that you want children. And yet you get with a dude who wants children above and beyond. And you keep saying you're not sure. And he keeps saying, my friend just had a baby and I know I want that. And I would resent you if I didn't. Yo, y'all got to see Wilhelmina's face back there. Because she doesn't watch this show. But the face she is making, it's like she just saw baby poop oozing out of a baby's pamper right down the leg. Baby, in the year of our Lord 2025 or 6, whenever they recorded this, you got some nerve letting these men talk to you sideways. And I really and truly believe, I'm putting money on it, that the majority of these men only just wanted to leave with someone. They wanted to just run the gamut, like run to the end of the show. And I think some of you chicks did too, because Emma, you had no business. You should have chose yourself. Ugh, just ugh. Like, come on, get it together. Tyler and I forget the other young lady's name. Good for y'all for choosing yourselves. Those two women were like, nah, Kevon, you don't know what you want, and we do. And we deserve someone who unequivocally chooses us immediately, no questions asked. So you can kick rocks, boulders, period. Golf clap. Round of applause for those ladies. Wilhelmina, snap it. Go off, girls. I wish y'all nothing but, prosperity and light and love and light, however they say that. I'm here for it. Outside of that, I'm finished with it. I'm gonna watch it to the end and then wait for the reunion, because the reunion is always the best, the tellingest part. Love. Oh, I almost forgot one. Brittany and Devontae. I call him Devonta because he acts like a fucking girl. I don't mean a grown ass woman. I mean a little girl. He is so, I just didn't want to talk. I just went out on the balcony and read my book because, sometimes I just want to be quiet and I want to be with myself. Mofo, this is not the time for that. I just lost my grandfather and so much is going on with my family. They gave you opportunity to leave the show and go be with your family. Rightfully so. You should have chosen that. Instead, you choose to be with this little baddie because she's a hot tamale. And she's a nurse. I'm always here for the caregivers because they got empathy and levels of sympathy and kindness, most of them, that I don't have those depths. Unless I birthed you or, you an immediate member of my family. I'm lying. I care about people sometimes, but not like that. Like I couldn't be that, because that, you got to have a well. And I applaud them. This girl communicated. She talked to you. I love a good communicator. And you played in her face. And then she chose to stay. They always anger me when they don't choose themselves. You are a colorist. Period, point blank. Out the pods, the first thing you tell us is that you don't date women of color. So to see her, but she's very pretty and, so it shouldn't matter. But it does. You've revealed yourself. In the way you tried to blow it off, you revealed yourself. You did. I see you. I see you for your worthless, also Keebler elf self. Looking like Spud. The tater. You look like a potato. And yes, I am attacking looks when you piss me off because you hurt the people's feelings on national TV and you're sneaky and undercutting with it. Dirty, under the table. Be upfront. Say, yo, you're not my cup of tea, but it was nice to meet you. And then remove yourself. I got more respect for that. You potato, you. I don't care how sparkly your eyes are. So, ugh. Just yuck, Devonta. Because I kept calling him Devonta because he was acting like such a, you know what. Moving right along. Beverly Hills. I don't got nothing to say much about Beverly Hills. This episode was a little boring. The trip to the Hamptons was cutesy, I guess. I didn't understand why Rachel Zoe had those two cute boys sit all the way at the end. Like they were just like end caps in the supermarket aisle. I didn't get that. I love the way that Dorit flirts. She's really good at it. She's a very good, show interest, make you feel all warm and fuzzy, even if she doesn't mean it kind of girl. Right up my alley. I like it. Wilhelmina just pointed at me because I am good at that. And as soon as I leave your presence, I'm like, ugh, that was work. Sorry, boys, not sorry. You see how y'all out here treating women, talk about they need to do Pilates more often because that's not the body you're used to? Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to play with your emotions if I must. Just to get through the evening. For once, we did not see Kyle and Dorit arguing. They had a good time together. That was cute to see. But then we move on. right? We move on to Erica meeting with Amanda. Erica, I always appreciate. Erica told Amanda straight up and down, yo, we just want to know about the cult. Tell us about the cult. What's the cult about? She delivers. It's as boring as I thought it was. It wasn't that interesting. Big whoop. But Amanda gonna judge stuff. She gonna judge it for the people. And that's what she did when she wrote the book. Okay. However, and moving right along, who cares about whether or not Amanda gonna fit in? We already know, Amanda, it's your time to go. You and your manifestation workbooks. Boring. Sutton was correct. You don't want to own it. That's your business. Also, who's Sutton's stylist this season? Because she cleaned up a little nicer. Even them extensions, they was looking right. When she went to go meet with um Erica Jane for drinks and homegirl whose husband is beating the crap out of her right after her plastic surgeon, um, the one Richards, yeah, the one that was married to what's his name? Charlie Sheen. She was still recovering from her facelift.
Denise.
Yes, Denise Richards. She was still recovering from her facelift, and her man's was lumping her up. Girl, you stayed with him 6 years. This didn't just start. Wowzers. Okay. And you come from a family where they're not here for that. But I understood when she said, I understood. I've not experienced that, so I'm not even going to make believe. But I understood the theory when she said, when someone does that to you, my dad asked me, why didn't I tell them? Why didn't I say something? Because she comes from a Midwest, gun toting kind of family in theory. She said, because of the shame of admitting to your family or to your loved ones that that is happening. Got it. I'm completely clear. I understood immediately. But the reveal for me was when Erica said she had exited something like that recently in her dating life with her, after her husband. And I was looking around like, and then when Sutton said, but you're so strong, that means nothing. I'm gonna need people to let that go. The theory that someone strong can't be abused is foolishness. Don't repeat it, let it go, wipe it from your brain. Being strong doesn't mean there isn't someone who believes that they can bring you low, that they can control you. They're gonna show you. That is what they thrive off of. They live for those moments. So I got it. Erica revealing it though, and then moving on, she did it in a really robotic kind of way. I think that she was trying to support Miss Richards and, tell Denise, look, you're not alone. It's not just you. I understand. Sutton was so thrown and confused, it made me giggle. She was lost in the sauce. Like, wait, but can we come back to? I like the way Erica was like, we're going to talk about it right here, and I'm not talking about it again. We're going to wrap it up. But in the coming attractions for next week, we see Erica crying again with her mascara running down her face like she did on the mountaintop when, Mr. Girardi first got in trouble when she was talking to Kyle a couple seasons back. And I'm not understanding why she don't wear waterproof mascara. I am who I am. I'm sorry. Did you think that all of a sudden I was going to morph into a new person? No, I am who I am, and that shit matters to me. Why you don't got on waterproof mascara, girl? You know you being recorded. I don't know. It just seemed odd to me. You know now what you need to be doing. The rivers of mascara, they give performance. I'm sorry I had to say it. And I love me some Erica Jane, but it gives performance to me. Okay, the running through, like you didn't even your makeup not even matte enough. They didn't freeze that face. It's running through. I don't know. It's given. Is this for the cameras? That's it. That's all for Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills was kind of meh. It was mid this week, but every episode can't be the winning episode. I know. I got it. You know what I'm gonna close out with though? One of your faves. I know that if you didn't see the Valentine's episode, you heard about it. It's being talked about. He never disappoints. Mr. Cam Newton. Jesus Christ, Latter-day Saints. So he had two really popular podcasters on for the Valentine's episode.
The Poor Minds podcast.
The Poor Minds podcast. They made me giggle. He sat in the middle, they sat on the ends, and it was like a great tennis match. Drea Nicole and Lex P. Drea single and dabbling. Lex P got a man, but she says she ain't never posting, talking about acknowledging her man publicly in the social arena like that unless she got a ring on that finger. Got you. Heard you. This man's when he said, me and my woman, we post our relationship, but we give you what we want it to look like. Stop giggling, Wilhelmina. Stop it. He said, what do you think my relationships looks like? And Lex P couldn't get out of her mouth fast enough. Hell, it looks like hell. That lady said, it looks like hell. Mad loud. Was she wrong? I can't. I said, Jesus, there's no way to fix this. He said, as a married man, let's say that, we're married, but we're platonic. We're platonically. What? Is he really this dumb, people? Or is he just playing it up?
CTE is real.
Platonically. He said, because I wrote it down, I'm pissed. I'm pissed because he makes sense in places, but the way that he munches things up, I'm begrudgingly agreeing with him because he started to talk about how he didn't believe that people who were not married could speak on his relationship or speak on relationships of married people. Like, you can't give advice to married people if you're not married. You don't have any frame of reference. Well, Lex said, she came through and she said, look, it's ridiculous to believe that, because he used football as his analogy, and he was like, look, if you don't play football and someone has a bad play and whatever during the game, the coach can break it down. You can't. Lex says, I disagree. I can absolutely say, nah, that was why you did that for. That was stupid. That play was stupid. And you lost the game, whatever. I can speak on that if I'm watching football and I understand, blah, blah, blah. He says, I'm going to say it again. You're not understanding. And this is the part where I'm pissed off that I had to sort of agree with him. He said, that's not what I mean. Like, you're not picking up what I'm putting down. You can speak on the play from the perspective of a fan. And I'm paraphrasing, that's not how he worded it, but he was correct. But you can't truly, you're not a coach and you didn't play the game. So the way that we are maneuvering on the field, what we see, our perspective is a singular one. Unless you out here doing the thing, you're only commentating from the other side, from what you think you know or what you see in those frames, in that snapshot. But unless you are someone who is experiencing the actuality of the job, the game, the relationship, how can you speak on it? Now, the other young lady says, well, that's not true because, like, I could tell mad women out here to stop having babies with all these fucktard men because these men are trash and I don't have any children, but that's the reason why they ain't half the problems they have. I think those are two different situations. I think that she was trying to marry both and they don't go together. You can speak on someone if you see them headed toward a pothole. You can holler at them and be like, yo, I see the crash coming. You might want to take note. You might want to heed the warning. That's not the same as being in an active day-to-day job situation, relationship, because relationships, all of them are work. You don't have experience with this everyday hard work, day-to-day situation. How can you speak on it? You're just looking at it from the outside and telling your girlfriend or your guy friend, look, this is what I would do, but again, from a single person's perspective, and you're giving the advice to the person who you care about. You're not counseling this couple. Two different things. So that was the meat of the episode. And you just got to watch it. Cam is out here being Cam. But this episode, most of them I have no appreciation for. I try not to go down the rabbit hole with him and his nonsense. But this particular episode was worth it. You should go back and check it out. It was really good. That's it on that for reality TVs, y'all. It was an interesting week. I love it. I'm excited for the the pods, the Love is Blind reunion. I think they're dropping like 3 or 4 more episodes on the 25th of February. Then you know the reunion will hit. I'm excited for episode 2 of the Housewives of Potomac's reunion. Episode 1 was a bit of a snooze. The ladies look lovely. Once again, Giselle looked like she got her dress off of Shein. There's not much for me to report. Wendy's words, I appreciated. I don't know that I believed it all, but I appreciated. I appreciated the way she snapped on Ashley. Ashley was big mad, but Ashley don't want to take accountability for her fucktard nonsense. Because she's a tard of fuckery. She's absolutely down with the fuckery at all times. And when people come for her with her pseudo accomplishments, I want to say fake ass accomplishments, but she seems to be a good mom. That's a major accomplishment. Outside of that, you was married to that person, but you was here for the coin. Let's be very clear. And you wasted a lot of years with that fool. Ugh. So now you got a little bit of change and you think your shoulders is back. You're feeling a little brolicky. Girl, bye. Just bye. We don't forget what your man did all those years while you were pregnant, before you were pregnant, just dragging you. We also don't forget your more recent attempts at a singing career. That should bring you as much, if not equal or more shame than being married to that man. Accomplishment. That's it. That's all. I love you guys. I can't wait for next week. See y'all.